The best credit card welcome bonuses for this month? Come join us at the Rewards Canada Hub. And now you can earn more Triangle Rewards points when you use your RBC credit card. All this and more on Rewards Canada's This Week in Rewards for November 7th, 2025. If you're looking to make the most of your loyalty programs and credit card rewards, you've come to the right place. This is your weekly dose of loyalty, travel, and credit card happenings from Canada's original and leading points and miles resource, Rewards Canada. I'm your host, Patrick, and as always, we're going to kick things off with credit cards. There wasn't a lot of happenings in the world of credit cards for this past week, but since it is the start of the month, we have our monthly feature of the best credit card welcome bonus offers. So this is something we feature on the Rewards Canada website every month, and we highlight here on our YouTube channel every few months because a lot of times the offers don't change that often, but I haven't covered it here on YouTube for a few months, so figured, now's the time to do it. But what I'm going to do is only cover the top 3 cards for travel and top 3 for cash back, because there's a lot of other things that I want to cover in today's video. As always, with our rankings of like these top credit card offers for the month, we take a very minimal baseline look at the value of the points or miles or cash back or whatever the offer is on the credit card, the value of those points, and then we subtract the annual fee or multiple annual fees, because some of the offers require you to hold on to the card for 2 years. And that's where we get our baseline value. So it's just the value of the points subtracting the fees, nothing else. We don't take into account like benefits or that, because not everybody uses all those benefits like lounge access and all those type of things. So this is a straight baseline look at the actual value of the true welcome bonus on the cards. So we'll start it off with the 3 best travel rewards credit card offers. And the number 1 offer this month, which has been here for a lot of months this year, is the BMO VI Porter World Elite Mastercard. Yeah, so its offer of up to 70,000 VI Porter points provides a minimum value of $851 towards travel. So the way this offer works is you can earn up to 70,000 points. You get 20,000 when you spend 5,000 within 110 days, another 20,000 if you spend $9,000 within 180 days on the card, and then 30,000 more points when you spend 18,000 within 365 days of account opening. So yeah, it's a pretty high spend requirement. That's kind of typical of BMO these days. You do have to spend more on the card to get the bonus, but it is a valuable bonus if you're flying with Porter Airlines or Air Transat or Porter plus Alaska Airlines itineraries. Like I said, it's worth $851 because at 1.5 cents each, which is about the average value for a VI Porter point, you're looking at a value of $1,050 for those 70,000 points. But because you have to hold on to the card into the second year, you subtract the $199 annual fee, and that's where we get our value of $851. And then the second highest welcome bonus offer for this month is the RBC British Airways Visa Infinite card. This card's been in the top 5 pretty much all year as well. So this card offers 60,000 Avios in the first year you have the card. You get 30,000 when you spend $5,000 on the card in the first 3 months, and then you collect another 30,000 when you spend $5,000 more dollars within months 4 to 6. So this one only takes half a year, and since it does, you only have to subtract 1 annual fee, which is $165 on this card. Again, same thing here. We value British Airways Avios. Avios is the currency for the British Airways Club. So 60,000 Avios, that's worth $900 in value at a minimum. Of course, Avios are very valuable when redeeming for business class flights like Q Suites on Qatar Airways and many other airlines. Of course, British Airways, even their business class can get you really good value. Cathay Pacific, you name it, lots of options to use your Avios. So yeah, so like I said, this is worth $900, but because you do have to pay the annual fee in the first year, which is $165, you're looking at a minimum value of $735. And then rounding out the top 3 is the TD First Class Travel Visa Infinite card. It's still available with its record high bonus of 165,000 TD rewards points. That's a minimum value of $726, but it can go even higher depending how you redeem those points. These points are best used for any travel. It's an any travel, anytime credit card. It's not like the VI Porter card where you're stuck with the Porter Airlines or their partner airlines, or like the British Airways card where you're stuck pretty much with the One World and some of their partners and the Avios ecosystem. So TD First Class is more ideal for a lot more Canadians because you are not stuck to a certain airline or certain program. You can book any travel you want. So this bonus is awarded as 20,000 points when you make your first purchase, and then you earn another 145,000 TD rewards points when you spend $7,500 within the first 180 days, or roughly 6 months of having the card. It's not a bad deal, not a ton of spending, just over $1,000 a month basically to get that bonus. And then once you get those 165,000 points, like I said, they're worth $726, and that's towards any travel at any time. So that's when you go out and book travel with whomever you want. It can be Air Canada, WestJet, Expedia, a cruise, a train ticket, you name it, and then you redeem points against the charge. You're getting 0.44 cents now. If you recall, we just had a video a couple weeks ago. I'll link to it right here so you can see the changes to the TD Any Travel Anytime rate. They actually improved it. This card has gone through many improvements this year. They just keep making it better. So yeah, so you get $726 of value with that option. But if you go and book via Expedia for TD, so that's the TD Rewards booking engine, that value is bumped up to $825 towards any travel. So if you're willing to book your flights, hotels, all-inclusives, things like that through Expedia for TD, you actually get more value for your points. But if you want that ultimate flexibility, you just book any travel at any time that you want, and you're still getting some amazing value for that 165,000 points. So now let's get into the top 3 cash back welcome offers. Now remember, with Rewards Canada, we don't classify cash back cards only as cash back cards in this category. We include any other cards that have cash back components. So that includes travel rewards cards, because a lot of travel rewards cards have cashback components, and that is what is number 1. It is a travel card, and it's the one we just talked about, the TD First Class Visa Infinite card. It has the best cashback rewards value in terms of its welcome bonus. So those 165,000 points, I won't break it down again as to how you earn it because I just did that, are worth $412.50 in cash back. Now I should note that the TD First Class is first year free, so that's why you get that full value of points when you redeem for travel, and you get the full value for cash back. Now as you can see, you're only getting $412.50 in cash back compared to $726 to $825 for travel. So it's definitely much better to use for travel, but if you want a quick injection of cash back, hey, this is a pretty good offer. It's better than all the other cashback cards and travel cards that offer cashback redemption. So yeah, so basically $412.50, that's your number 1 cashback rewards offer for November. In second place, actually it's a tie for second, there's 2 cards, so that'll be our top 3. American Express Gold Rewards card, its current welcome bonus of 60,000 points is worth $600 for cash back, but then you have to subtract the annual fee, and its annual fee is a little bit higher, it's $250, so you're looking at $350 cash back on that card. But do remember, like, the Gold Rewards card does have a $100 annual travel credit, so a lot of people like to deduct that from the welcome bonus, but again, we don't take those benefits into account because we don't know if you're going to use it or not. So that's why this is just a straight line look of the points value minus the annual fees, so that's where you get the $350 cash back. And that's the next card as well, again from TD. This is the TD Cashback Visa Infinite card. Its cashback value, $350. So they're offering 10% cash back on a total spending of $3,500 in their accelerated earn rate categories, which is gas purchases, grocery purchases, and pre-authorized payments within the first 3 months. And it comes with an annual fee rebate in the first year. So you get that full value of the $350. So that's a look at the top travel and top cashback welcome bonus offers for the month of November. I won't go into the small business ones. I'll put a link below if you're interested in the top small business card offers, but do note that the big 100,000 point bonuses on the CIBC Aeroplan business cards and the CIBC Aventura business cards, those are over, they're gone, but they are offering like 70 and 75,000 points. I think it's 75,000 Aeroplan, 70,000 Aventura. So those are still in the top 5. So check out the link below if you're interested in the small business cards. And that does bring us to another elevated, increased welcome bonus that came out this week, and that is on the WestJet RBC World Elite Mastercard. Yeah, so they've brought back the 70,000 point bonus on this card. It launched the same day that the new changes kicked in. Another video I'll link to, so you can check it out here on the changes that happened to the card that became officially live on November 5th. So this new bonus, 70,000 points, is broken down as 30,000 points on your first purchase, 30,000 when you spend 5,000 in the first 3 months. You're looking at 60,000 points or $600 value in only 3 months, which is is a really decent welcome bonus. So like I said, 30,000 on 5,000 spend in the first 3 months, 30,000 on your first purchase, and then you can get an additional 10,000 as an anniversary bonus. So like I said, check out our video that describes more of the changes on the card. The notable changes are, of course, the first check bag free. You now have to actually purchase your WestJet flight on the card. Before this, you didn't have to. You could use any credit card, but as long as you had the WestJet RBC World Elite Mastercard, you would get your first check bag free. But now it has to be tied into that. You can go beyond WestJet and buy your tickets like with a travel agent in that, as long as it is billed as WestJet and not the travel agent's name, you will get that first check bag free benefit. If you're using points and some money, as long as the money portion is paid for with the WestJet RBC World Elite Mastercard, you'll get your first check bag free. And if you're just using 100% points to redeem, as long as you have the credit card linked to your WestJet rewards account, which you should, you will get your first check bag free. And the other changes include increased earn rates, right? You get 2 points per dollar now at like grocery and gas and things like that. And the card also received better insurance coverage now. And of course, there's the changes to the companion voucher, which a lot of people seem unhappy about, that you're gonna have to spend $5,000 on the card now to get that voucher after you get your first one free. You get the first one when you get the card, you get it for free. But then after that, you're gonna have to spend $5,000 on the card annually. I asked people to look at the big picture. Yeah, it sucks because we've been getting this for free for so many years. But if you want to compare it to what else is out there in terms of companion vouchers, if you want an Aeroplan companion voucher on their credit cards, you have to get their more expensive cards at $599 per year and spend $25,000 annually. If you want the Porter Airlines companion voucher, you have to spend $50,000 on their card that spends $199 per year. So WestJet could have done it a lot worse. $5,000 is not a lot of spending, but I know that people, of course, are upset because they didn't spend anything on the card and got that voucher. So for them, of course, it's a little bit worse, but I ask people, take a look at the big picture. Look and see what's going on in the market, and that's still a really decent deal that you only have to spend $5,000 on the card to get the companion voucher from your second year on, because you do get it in the first year without any spending. All right, so that's it for credit card news this week. So now we're gonna jump into loyalty and travel news. And the first news is actually Rewards Canada news. We have brought back a community forum. This past week, I launched the Rewards Canada Hub. So this is a online discussion forum where you can come talk credit cards, you can come talk points, miles, off topic. You don't even have to talk points, miles, or credit cards. Just like our comments below in the YouTube section. You don't have to talk about points, miles, or credit cards. We're open to talk about anything. So this marks the first return of the Rewards Canada Forum in over 15 years. So when I launched Rewards Canada in 2001, I pretty quickly launched the forum on there as well, and I went through a few iterations, but then it just kind of fell by the wayside as I focused on other things. But I figured it was time to bring one back. I talked to a few people. They said, yeah, definitely we could use a Canadian points and miles forum. Yeah, so you can come and join the Rewards Canada Hub. It's at rewardscanada.ca/hub. I wanted a free and open discussion forum. I can't recall that there's been one in Canada for a long time. The last one was CanFlyer, which was a really good Canadian forum. And I think that one was gone by 2015 or so, maybe a little bit later than that. So it's been a while since there's been an open and free forum for points and miles enthusiasts, credit card enthusiasts, loyalty program enthusiasts, travel enthusiasts to come and join and discuss everything to do with points, miles, and credit cards. So yeah, so make sure to join it, rewardscanada.ca/hub. Now we'll actually get into non-Rewards Canada news, and the big loyalty news this week is the RBC Triangle partnership has launched. Yeah, so this was due to come in 2026. I mean, it was announced earlier this year. I know we've covered it in a previous video and on our website. It was quite a while ago it was actually announced, but it went live. Yeah, and this was one of the first posts on the Rewards Canada Hub from one of our community members. They posted this, I think it was on Saturday night, and we launched the hub Saturday morning. So very exciting that happened already. So this was put up there. Yeah, the partnership is live. So basically, when you link an eligible RBC credit card or debit card to your Triangle Rewards account, you will now earn more Triangle Rewards money when you use that payment card at any of the Triangle Rewards stores, so like Canadian Tire, Marks, Party City, places like that. So what you're going to earn is 3 times the CT money. So currently the earn rate if you're not a Triangle Rewards Mastercard holder is 0.4 cents in Canadian Tire money per dollar spent. So you're gonna get 3 times that if you use one of these RBC payment cards, which means you're gonna get 1.2 cents per dollar. That's a pretty decent return. That's actually one of the better RBC partnerships, like with RBCs with More Rewards, RBC with Moi Rewards. They're a little bit weaker in terms of what you get in terms of extra value. This one is quite strong. Now, I will say that if you are a holder of a Triangle Rewards Mastercard, whether it's the base version or the World Elite version, you are still going to do better with that credit card because you get 10 times the CT money. So you're getting 4% back. To get 4% back with a RBC combination, like linking your cards, you're gonna have to pull a very big return out of Avion, and that's mainly by converting to like British Airways and pulling out a really huge cent per point redemption with them. So it's very limited. So like I said, if you have a Triangle Rewards Mastercard, best bet, just keep using it. But if you don't have a Triangle Rewards Mastercard and you have RBC, Avion, Ion Plus, WestJet, things like that as your primary cards that you're using, by all means link. You should, no matter what, you should link. Even if you're not going to use an RBC card, maybe there'll be a time where you will use an RBC card there. Link it so it's there and you're going to earn that extra CT money. For me, I've linked my WestJet card already. I'm putting up examples on the screen. You can probably see some of those things. Linking is very simple. You'll visit the link. So click the link below in our description and you will find the link to link your cards. You log into your RBC account. It will automatically take you to the linking page. You enter your Triangle account details. You choose the RBC payment card you want to link, and voila, you are done. You are linked. Like I said, it really comes down to the person whether this is worth it or not. If you have a Triangle Rewards Mastercard, probably not worth it. Something like the WestJet RBC World Elite Mastercard is pretty decent. You're getting 1.5 WestJet points per dollar at Canadian Tire stores or whatever, or any of their stores, and you're going to earn this 1.2 Canadian Tire money on top of that. So that's like a 2.7% return. That's not bad. RBC Avion Visa Infinite card, it only earns 1 point per dollar, and you add the 1.2, so you're getting 2.2, so a little bit less than WestJet. But of course, with Avion, if you get the Avion Air Redemption Schedule and you redeem for that short haul flight at 15,000 points for $350, you're going to boost that up to 2.33, add the 1.2, you have a 3.5%, well, 3.53% return exactly. So not bad at all either. Still not matching that 4% on the Triangle cards. So really, you have to do the math and see what's worthwhile to you. For me, I always use the Marriott Bonvoy American Express card, 2 Marriott Bonvoy points at Canadian Tire for every dollar spent. I'm getting at least 1 cent per point from Marriott, but more times than not, I'm getting more than 1 cent per point with Marriott. So I'm just probably going to stick with that. I don't think that little difference from using my WestJet RBC card will make that much of a difference. Mind you, we still have WestJet and Triangle, their linked loyalty coming next year, where you're going to earn WestJet points at Canadian Tire or Triangle stores, and vice versa. You'll earn CT money on WestJet flights. So we may have to revisit this in the new year. If you can do like a 3-way combination between RBC, WestJet, and Triangle, then that might actually be more of a push to use like the WestJet RBC card. But that we're going to have to wait until 2026 to see. Next up in loyalty, we have Air France KLM's Flying Blue promo rewards for November. So yeah, these are their discounted monthly offers. And again, we have some Canadian cities. This time 3 Canadian cities, Montreal, Ottawa, and Toronto, 25% off economy or business class. Well, Ottawa is business class, Toronto is business class, and Montreal has economy and business class. If you're redeeming for economy class flights, that means they're going to start as little as 18,750 miles one way. That is just an amazing redemption rate. Business class starts at 45,000 miles one way. Again, another amazing redemption rate compared to majority of the competitors out there. So I have some examples up on the screen of some availability that I found. Have to be booked by November 30th, and it's good for travel until April 30th. Like with all promo rewards, this is good for travel to anywhere in Europe, to Turkey and North Africa. Not all of North Africa, but mainly I think Algeria and Tunisia and Morocco. I don't believe Egypt falls into there. I'm pretty sure Egypt does not actually. I think they're farther. So it's kind of like northwestern Africa, I should say. But yeah, so you can use that. You can use it to, get some really good value. Like even the economy at 25% off, I have found a lot of times you're getting 3 to 4 cents per point for economy class, which is just an amazing redemption for economy. It's hard to get that out of any program at that, for economy class. Typically 3 to 4 cents is something we see for business class redemption. Now remember, if you don't have the Air France Flying Blue World Elite Mastercard from Brim, your best bet for Flying Blue miles in Canada is American Express Membership Rewards. They do transfer at 1 membership reward point to 0.75 Flying Blue miles. So it's not a 1-to-1 like Aeroplan or British Airways, but that's still an amazing rate because you only need 50,000 points for a round trip flight for economy class, 120,000 points for a round trip flight in business class, as long as you find availability, of course, in each direction. Put that in perspective, 60,000 points for Amex's fixed points for travel to Europe, and that's going to have a lot of fees, like huge amount of fees, not even worth it. 140,000 for business class. Even Aeroplan, you're looking at 60 to 70,000 points for economy class versus the 50,000 membership rewards, which gets you the 37,500 required for the Flying Blue round trip. And Aeroplan's even 120 to 140 in terms of business class. And you're only using 120,000 membership rewards points here. So this is where, using this promo rewards combined with membership rewards, where even that 1 to 0.5 ratio does better than the 1-to-1 ratios with the other transfer partners. So another way to look at it is, like 50,000 membership rewards points, that's only $10,000 in spending at 5 times points on the Cobalt card to get a round trip economy class flight. There's not one single credit card in our market that can match that low a spend to get you a reward flight like that. So just keep that into consideration. Like if you don't have the Cobalt card, that is why the Cobalt card is the best in Canada when it comes to travel rewards, because it gives you so many options, and this is one of those options that can give you some huge value. And we're continuing on with more loyalty news. Air Canada Aeroplan has extended their pause on points expiry. Yeah, so at the end of November 2025, we were supposed to see their rule kick back in, and that's an inactivity rule. They actually don't have an expiry rule, like a mile does not expire based on time. It expires based on inactivity, which is 18 months, but they have just been extending it every year, year after year, and they have done so again. So now, technically speaking, between now and November 29th, 2026, any Aeroplan points that would have expired will not expire. Effective November 30th, they will start expiring, but that is the same wording they had last year. That's the same wording they had the word before. I can tell you this is strictly a terms and conditions thing. Aeroplan points are just going to keep being extended for as long as they need to. They're going to keep extending them, but that term is in there just in case they decide to change the rules, because loyalty programs like to change the rules on us. But for now, the time being, my understanding is that Aeroplan is just going to keep extending it year after year. I mean, there's programs that have termination end dates. Journey Rewards says that December 30th, 2030, the program comes to an end and the points are done December 31st or something, 2031 or something like that. But yeah, so it's just kind of a way to, to protect themselves if they decide to change some rules with programs. But all in all, this is good news from Air Canada. They've extended it, so technically you don't even have to be active, in the program. I do encourage everybody to be active in their programs, earn at least 1 mile, redeem at least 1 mile. I say yearly, even though like Aeroplan's 18 months, Air Miles is 24 months. If you can remind yourself to do all these programs at least once a year, a lot of times you can just donate some miles or earn at least 1 point, link your Starbucks or do Uber with Aeroplan or something, and you're going to keep your account active, and you don't even have to worry about these expiry rules because most programs in Canada only use inactivity rules. So just be aware of your programs and be active in them, and you don't have to worry about it at all. And we're continuing, lots of loyalty news. Like I said, that's why I only did 3 credit cards for cash back and 3 for travel, because there's a lot of loyalty news this week. The next news is from Choice Privileges. So this is the program for Choice Hotels. Yeah, Choice Hotels, there are actually no Choice Hotels. They have like Quality Inn and things like that. Cambria Suites, Radisson in North America is part of Choice Hotels and the Choice Privileges program. They have exciting news that they are improving the program starting in 2026. So they have announced things like milestone rewards. So every 5 nights you're going to earn some bonus points or like a gift card or something. So that kicks in after you earn status, because they've lowered the status requirements. You only need 5 nights to get gold status in the program. So yeah, you stay 5 nights, you're gonna get gold. You stay 10 nights, you'll get a milestone reward, which may be bonus points, or like they say, like gift cards to restaurants or something like that. And then platinum kicks in at 15 instead of 20 now, and diamond at 35 instead of 40. So basically, yeah, so you'll get gold at 5, a milestone at 10, platinum status at 15, another milestone at 20, 25, 30, and then you get diamond 35. You get the picture how it works. So you'll get those milestone rewards. And now they've announced a new top tier status called titanium status. That is available at 55 nights or 110,000 elite qualifying credits. Yeah, elite qualifying credits. Don't confuse those with status qualifying credits that Aeroplan is kicking in next year. So they are now also including a credit option, so you can earn either on nights or on like spend. For most Canadians, the spend is just going to be on hotel stays. In the US, they have a Mastercard, of course, which will count towards that spend as well. So if you're playing the US credit card game and are a big Choice Hotels user, maybe you want to get the Choice Mastercard so that you can bump up your elite qualifying credit earning. So we have EQCs versus Aeroplan's SQCs. The biggest thing with Titanium status is a new redemption perk where you can redeem at half off for a stay of up to 7 nights at some of their premium hotels. So over 400 locations worldwide of Cambria Hotels, Radisson Blu, and some other partners, you can redeem up to 7 nights at half off. So for some people, that can be better than say like a 5th night free from Marriott. Yeah, the 5th night free is for all members, you don't have to be Titanium, but to get half off an entire stay in terms of points, that's a really good benefit. I'm gonna have to, dig into that some more once the new program launches in 2026. This is all happening in 2026, like these changes have not happened yet, but you can be aware. I mean, if you're a Choice Hotels, Choice Privileges user, I mean, they are the second largest hotel chain in Canada, so there are probably a lot of Choice Privileges members that this will, affect in a good way, because these are all positive changes. Speaking of the next positive change, they're gonna do soft landings if you happen to drop elite status. So if you don't re-qualify for your level, you'll just drop down 1 level. So this is something like what Marriott already does. They drop you down 1 level, because currently in Choice Privileges, doesn't matter what status level you have, if you don't re-qualify, you would drop down to being a base member. So they're not gonna do that anymore. So now if you qualify for Diamond, and then the next year you don't re-qualify for Diamond, you'll just drop down to Platinum. And if you even that following year, if you don't qualify for Platinum again, you will just drop down to Gold. So you continue to have elite status for a little bit longer, but you just drop down levels. So that's great news. And then the last change that they're doing, actually there's a couple more changes. They're gonna give you rewards on your 2nd and 3rd stay. You're gonna get 1,000 bonus points. So yeah, you only have to stay 3 times and you're getting a couple thousand extra points with Choice Hotels. And then the last benefit that they're adding is gonna be family and friends point sharing. No details on this yet, but I'm assuming because it's being promoted, it's gonna be free, kind of like what Marriott does, how Marriott, you can transfer up to 100,000 points per year between members. They're probably gonna do something the same where you can transfer it to family and friends. I don't know if it's gonna be capped or not. Of course, we're gonna have to wait for all the details, and we will cover that in, of course, a future Rewards Canada video here on This Week in Rewards once all these changes go live with Choice Privileges in 2026. And that brings us into the Rewards Canada Bonus Blast. So the Rewards Canada Bonus Blast is where we take a look at some of the more notable bonus miles and points offers we've added to the website over the past week. We're adding dozens of offers every week. And this week we're going to start off, it's not actually a bonus offer, it's a discount offer, and that is Alaska Airlines Global Getaways have returned for this quarter. Very short booking window though. You have to book these by November 11th. So hopefully you're watching this before November 11th. If you have enough Atmos Rewards points. I was about to say mileage plan, but it's Atmos Rewards. If you have enough points to redeem for these, they start at 30,000 points one way for some long haul flights. These are all going across the Pacific. That's where they're kind of focusing with their 6 destinations. They always have 6 destinations in the global getaways. This time around, they have Auckland, Bangkok, the Cook Islands, Hong Kong, Manila, and Sydney. They said book by November 11th. For travel until March 30th. I'm putting up a bunch of examples on the screen of some availability I found. And even though the landing page for the offer states it's for US departures only, this works for Canada. We've seen it since they launched these offers well over a year ago, that it is available for Canadian departures as well. Sometimes the routings are very painful, especially if you're going from down east. It's not as bad for those like in Calgary, Edmonton, Vancouver, where you have Alaska flying directly to Seattle. I mean, they do fly direct Seattle, Toronto now, but still it's a little more painful for those out east that you have usually a few more legs when you're redeeming with Alaska Airlines, especially on the Trans-Pacific flights. If they had some Europe offers, it'd be different. Like last time they had some Europe offers, it was a little easier. You could fly nonstop or one stop, but a lot of the down east, it's like 2 stops and some long layovers if you're trying to get to Sydney or Bangkok and things like that. But yeah, so that is the first bonus blast offer is a discount, which I count as a bonus because you're saving, if it was 60,000 points, you're only redeeming 30. Well, that's a 30,000 point bonus that stays in your account. Now we'll go on to a flight bonus, and this is from Miles & More. So Miles & More is the program for the Lufthansa Group Airlines, so Lufthansa, Austrian, Swiss. ITA Airways is slowly getting in there as well, so that they're moving in. And this offer is for the remainder of this year. They're offering up to 100 bonus qualifying points on transatlantic flights. So out of Canada, when you fly on Lufthansa, Swiss, Austrian, ITA, Brussels Airlines as well, because they're flying to Toronto. If you fly on them, LOT as well, Polish Airlines should be counted in there. Yeah, they are in there. I just looked at my list here. You can earn like 20 points and qualifying points on economy class flights or premium economy as well. Business class, you'll earn 50 points, 50 qualifying points, and HON circle points. And then first class, you will earn 100 points, qualifying points, and HON circle points. Like I said, this one is valid for transatlantic flights out of Canada and the US as well. So if you're flying through the US, you can earn these bonuses. There's some select business class flights within Europe that count as well, where it's only, I think, at the 20 points or something like that for some select business class flights. So maybe if you're connecting, I don't know, maybe they'll give you 20 points on top of that. This goes to the end of this year. You don't have to register for this. All members get this bonus. Simply just book your flights directly with the airlines or however you like to book your flights. And the last one we're going to look at today is a hotel bonus. It's from Best Western Rewards. They are offering 2,000 bonus points per stay during the month of November. Now, this is a targeted offer, but their targeted offers are very loosely targeted offers. I find that everybody can register for them. It doesn't hurt to register for it. I don't know if it tells you you can't qualify. At least they never used to years ago, and you would just earn the bonus. But if you register and don't earn the points, well, whatever. But it is at 2,000 points per stay for up to 10 stays until the end of November, and this can be stacked with their 2 times points global bonus offer that they have running until November 30th. This 2,000 bonus points offer is not global, however, it's only for stays in Canada, the US, and the Caribbean. It can be earned, like I said, up to 10 times. So you have to register for this and the global points offer. All the links are below. You can go register for all these offers. And yeah, if you have any Best Western stays, now you can earn 2,000 points plus 2 times points on those stays. Remember to always check out the Rewards Canada bonus offer section at rewardscanada.ca/bonuses.html before you book any travel, flights, hotels, car rentals, you name it. Every single day, there are thousands of Canadians leaving points and miles on the table. They are leaving money on the table by not earning these bonuses. And Rewards Canada and our global site frequentflyerbonuses.com, we do the best job of collecting all these bonus offers and aggregating them into one place for you to find them before you do book any travels. A quick reminder that we do have links to all the topics covered in today's video in the description below. And if you do like today's video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel if you don't do so yet, hit that notification bell so you're notified when we do post new videos, share the video with friends, family, coworkers, anybody you think can benefit from the topics we cover, and leave us a comment below, whether it's a question, a clarification, a correction, or if you just want to say hi. We do our best to answer all the comments on our channel. And that's all she wrote for this week. Be sure to visit rewardscanada.ca on a daily basis and or our social media on a daily basis, because there are things that we are posting that do not make it into this video. And there are some things that are short-term flash offer type things that do not even make it into our Friday newsletter. But at the very least, you should be subscribing to that newsletter so you do get a roundup of everything that is still current. That comes out every Friday. And then Saturdays is our Rewards Canada bonus bulletin newsletter. And that is where we do summarize all of the bonus points and miles offers we've added to the website over the past week. Those are your ticket to earning more miles, more points, so that you can redeem for more rewards. Thank you everybody for tuning in this week. Have yourselves a great weekend. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.